is my balloon dog pattern, okay? To the upside. A lot of people know me for the balloon dog pattern. And there's your balloon dog pattern, right? You got your double bottom basically, or triple bottom, the body, the continuation, the higher high, and the breakout flag to the upside, okay? So now what happened? So this morning I'm on the 1 minute time frame. This is me in the morning. I am a short-term time frame trader. I will swing trade altcoins occasionally, but for me this morning I had a VWAP retest back in this morning, was able to long this up into our golden pocket. A quick little scalp on the live stream so you can see me take those trades live as well. If you want to come over and hang out with me on my live stream in the morning, you can. And then a perfect retest of previous highs. Coming back in here, and now I am currently long off of this one. Okay, so we'll see where it goes, but nonetheless, nice bottoming structure. Push to the upside, getting above our golden pocket rejection zone, and now we can look at some more higher term time frame stuff. So nice little sweep for Bitcoin, looking for a rejection from here. We got liquidity above us. Okay, golden pocket down below us. However, this is looking quite strong just on a market structure basis, okay? Now I will get rid of a whole bunch of this stuff here and just taking a look at it, what I am looking for and understanding where we're at so we can position ourselves accordingly. So we can see that we have clearly put in a higher low, okay? And I'm definitely looking for this to hold. When looking at volume, and where we're trading right now, we can see that there is a big volume zone below us, okay? This is important to understand. That if we are going to get acceptance below us here, so if we're pulling over fixed range volume tool, we have the tool over here as well. But if as long as we hold our point of control and we don't get acceptance down into this range in here. So you see the range in here. You see how there's a gap in volume here, and then there's a range above us, okay? So we are currently getting acceptance back into this upper range. Okay, sometimes this can be traded as a complete range, okay, and a median there. But for me, as a short-term time trader, I like to separate this as best as I can. So this is kind of no man's land in here because of the volume. You can see it here as well. And this is heavy volume in here, so it proves to be sticky, where price will stick. And then we have the lower range. And as you can see, your predictive ranges have given you not only levels, but it's given you the equilibrium and the discount and the premium separating the range. I'm sure if I went on to like a 12-hour, it would probably give me this, this, and this. Okay, so it's all relevant to time frames. Okay, yeah, it's even bigger. It's even bigger. Okay, so remember, time frames are important, but all trading is fractal nonetheless. Now, how are we looking to trade this? Well, for me, understanding where we're at and kind of understanding the range and where we're at right now, what I am looking for is a higher low. Okay, so if we're looking at this, market structure is always going to be so important. We have created liquidity on the way up in here. We have come down. We have revisited the highs and the point of control of the range. Then we have pushed up and up, okay, only to break structure to the downside. Break of structure to the downside. Therefore, this high here is allowed to come back down here for a higher low and a continuation out. If we lose this low over here, we could be looking for more downwards price action, revisiting that $85,000 to $86,000 area. If this, then this, right? So always prepared as a trader. So this morning, as you can see, let's go on the 15-minute time frame, right? This morning, a little bit of caution, right? A little bit of caution. Why? And that was because we had mitigated this low in here. So we had taken our structure, which we were making higher highs and higher lows on the way up, only to break structure, lower high, lower low, okay? So for me right now, understanding that, hey, in order for us to continue, we must do a much bigger higher low. Okay, that's got to come in here. So that could be this one. It could be this one. How do we know if it's this one? Well, that would be if we break structure to this high up here. So we come up and we close above here. We come down and we put in a higher low here, not mitigating this low here. Okay, allowing us to continue upwards. Right? So just understanding market structure, understanding that there is a bigger structure within a smaller structure. Okay? Bigger structures always take priority, in my opinion. Right? And we are still in this this very much parabolic uptrend to the upside. Now, I was saying on Friday, I believe it was, that we could see something like this where they do not give us the opportunity to get in at lower prices. Okay. You look at anything like XRP or yada, yada, yada. We could start another parabolic rise because this is pretty parabolic, very aggressive. Okay. As we speak. Okay. They did the same thing here. They did not let you get in to any of these longs here, whether it was here, whether if we go off this low in here, whether if we go off of these lows in here from the bottom, it's all the same story. Okay, they're not giving anybody the opportunity to get in to these trades. They are running away from us. Okay, so for us, it's all about really trying to position ourselves with good risk management in order to take advantage of these moves, okay? And that's going to help us the most. So bottoming structure in here, I was able to take along from over here and take along from here, and we'll see where it goes, okay? But I am expecting if we fail to take this here for a retracement back down and possibly into the golden pocket area, which is right down in here at 93,500. So that's my plan right now. And it's Monday. We have a lot of jobs news and stuff like that this week. It's quite a data heavy week where tomorrow, I believe we have JOLTS. Friday, we have unemployment and non-farm payrolls. So, and the Fed did say that, these job numbers are going to be very important. So for me, it's just positioning myself with good risk management, taking profit as it comes, okay? And allowing the rest of my trade to ride, okay? This morning I got stopped out, but I took profit quite nicely. A nice little $300 this morning, and now we're in this one, up quite a bit on this one, and I've already hit one take profit. So we'll see if we do continue to push, but for me, it's just being patient and letting price come to me, and we'll see how this goes. For getting on the trend, you guys know me. I'm going to suggest you get used to using your dynamic reactor and finding a time frame that works for you. For me, I like the 8 minute with the 8. Definitely gives me a lot of confluence with my tuning. So now we have flipped this, so I will look for a possible retest back in here for continuation out. But you can see how well this works in an uptrend. Okay, so for me, using the 8 on the 8 has worked really well. And maybe OC has some long-term analysis that he can help you guys out with as well. But I am long on the Squirrel coin. Hopefully that continues to push. I mean, some of you guys just probably want to buy XRP right now because it does not really want to stop, does it? So shout out to XRP and the XRP army. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, I'm muted, man. I've been just.
So all the time you were talking shit?
Yes. But anyway, guys, something important that you might notice here. First of all, that I have my TD shirt, so you might be seeing my nipples. No, just kidding. It is not my skin. Another thing that I want to call you in, guys, it is the beef that Alex and I have, right? Just so you know, and you become part of the inner joke, and please feel free to participate. Nobody here is taken seriously, so it's good for, like trading, talking shit, and many other things, right? Always with respect. By the way, always with respect. But the first thing that you guys need to know is that I am so good at Halo that I just needed to let Alex win in a tournament that we got. By the way, Matty X won that tournament. Yeah, I also wear, sometimes I also wear a tinfoil hat that's shown in the picture. And then also I like XRP, and Alex doesn't. So we're kind of like have a divisive opinion there. Other than that, we are chart pros, and we are. I mean, I consider you, Alex, my friend. Just in case I have not yet told you, he's also my.
Oh, thank you, bro. You're my friend too, man. Let's exchange friendship bracelets for Christmas.
I'm telling you, he's still pissed because I won Halo. Right, right. Oh, we shall do another one in there. But all right, going to what you guys are here for. I'm connected right now to Binance because, as you might
Is
see
that your?
now,
I thought you had a nice microphone though, bro. Your microphone. You sound like you're. I don't know.
am I underwater or something?
Yeah,
Like in a submarine?
I think. Yeah, I think you got your other mic on.
Ooh, shit. No, it's my. Let's roll with that. Let me just do a quick analysis, and then I'll have to disconnect and stop the recording. It is a messed up with this, with software. Is it bearable, guys?
Oh
Thumbs
yeah,
up if it's
it's
bearable,
bearable. It's
and if
bearable.
it's not, I'll just drop off. Manage
You're fine.
microphone. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. So let me try to log in. I'm trying to log into my private. We'll just leave that for a little bit after into Binance. Why? Because I just wanted to follow up on how my bot is doing. By the way, guys, I haven't looked at the charts at all, my friends. Like at all, I'm missing out. I feel like I'm missing out. Right, the FOMO is building up. But if you don't know, I'm a very sentimental trader. That's why I need to have a plan first, and I never act without a plan. Plan A, plan B, then plan C. So whatever happens, I already have a plan for whatever it does, right? At the end of it all, the price will always go to the right? Regardless, up or down, it will always move to the right. So I only need plan A, plan B, and just in case, a plan C. But other than that, let me get started with sharing my screen here. Let me get first at render. Why? Because we were talking about last time about render, and is playing out as I was expecting. So right now we're into a critical point. Can you guys see my stream, or is it loading?
It's loading.
It's loading. All right, let me go. Let me stop it and try it again because I don't think this is gonna be unstocking. By the way, I have a fiber optics issue, so right now I'm running on Starlink, so might be a little bit of a latency here or some glitches. There we go. I think it's working right. So bear with me here. Uh, yes, can see the screen. Perfect. All right, so we can see the screen right now. Perfect. So on the 4 hours, guys, we had a breakout of symmetric triangle. Remember that I was talking about this possible symmetrical triangle. Is something that is important to note. Look at that. If I turn it off, it goes away. If I turn it on, it comes on. Why? Because this is an automated pattern that my Market Dynamics Pro it is looking for me, right? So I got that covered. Another thing that I want you guys to notice, especially the new members here, it is how many indicators I have, right? And they are the same. Look at that, Market Oracle, then Market Dynamics, Market Dynamics, Market Dynamics. Man, it looks like I'm a newbie and I just overclick my indicators, right? This has a purpose, guys. Let me show you. I like, as I told you guys, I am a very sentimental trader, right? I don't like to feel that I'm missing out. The FOMO becomes a real issue for me. So what I do is that I act upon a plan to keep FOMO away. FOMO is never going out of me. I don't know why. You might be similar. You might not, right? I know Dagat DT. He's a very like a straightforward trader, and he's been able to cut out sentiments out of trades, right? He's also let us know here. But here's the thing. Look at that. Here on my first Market Oracle Pro, I have my bare bones, my basic indicators, something that I cannot live without, right? And what is it for me? It is trend theory and support and resistance theory along volume. Thanks God that I have an indicator that does all of that for me. For example, this dynamic reactor. The dynamic reactor is a volume zone displayed as a VWAP, right? It's not a VWAP, it's not an EMA, it is volume. But it's displayed such in a way that when I have a pierce through a big body of big area of volume, well then once we're above volume, what it is there to do, usually bounce on volume zones, right? Until we have a big breakout, right? Or change of structure, and then we are below the high volume zone, and we start bouncing below. So let me show you another important thing. It is that I have configured my trends. This is trend mode. I don't have the updated one. I'll be updating it, but for you, it should be saying trending, right? And then whatever it says, I don't quite remember what it says in here, but it is your tuning. It is your sensitivity. So the sensitivity only affects your trendy or your trend mode. What is trend mode is not high and low mode. It is not top and bottom mode. It is trend, right? So let me show you here a little bit of what I have. For me, this is the top because I already have seen this, right? But a trend is defined by what? For example, in this case, lower lows, right? And lower highs for a downtrend. So if I would have measured this trend, I would have measured it like this, all right? Let me change that color just to make it a little more visible. There we go. So bear in mind, and look at that my trend doesn't end here, right? My trend ends as I break off or out of the trend line. That is the trend theory. And as I always like to say, it's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, and then off we go. So look at that, my trend sensitivity, this one here, is manually adjusted, and to manually adjust this, you need to turn off your auto optimizer, all right? Remember, turn it off so you can manually adjust it. If you don't like it manually, you can leave it on the auto optimizer, which is in the new version, the G mode or God mode, all right? So at this point, look at where my strong signal, by the way, every red signal, it's a sell, regardless if it says sells or if it's strong. Every red signal, it is a sell, right? Which is not telling you to sell, but it's telling you know what? At this point, we are on a selling period, right? So the trend, it's on a selling trend. Does that make sense? And then we look at that how very well pairs to my trend line. And look at that. As soon as I'm breaking out of that trend line, I have a strong or a buy signal. So as you can see, I have configured both my trend, my trendy, right, tuning to match with also my high volume area. Why is that? Because in the crypto market, we might have interference or we might have manipulations. What is a manipulation? Maybe it's a week like this and then we continue. Exactly what Alex was telling you, right? So basically, a lower low, but not so low that takes the next meaningful low, right? And then we do a higher low. So this would have been a fake out. But if we take a look at both my trend signal and where that high volume is at, I can compare them both. I have a double assuredness whether if that was a fake out or it was a breakthrough. All right. So also another important thing that I want to point out here, it is something that that Alex was talking about on the new version, the Market Dynamics Pro 3.335. All right, let me show you. It has been changed a little bit, but it, into my opinion, makes a little bit more sense. Many of you guys have asked me, hey guys, I don't see the double tops and double bottoms, because double tops and double bottoms are part of market structure. So if I show you here, I have market structure, and yet I still don't see double tops and double bottoms. Why is that? Because first we need to know what you're looking for. Are you looking for an internal or a swing? What does that mean, right? Remember what Alex just taught you. For example, this is the trend, right? To whatever it gets here. So, but the trend has, bear with me, an internal structure, right? So that's what the internal talks about. The ups and down within a trend, right? So the trend within the bigger trend. And then the swing talks about, well, the big picture, right? And that adjusts based on what time frame you are. So you don't need to go back and forth or just multi-time frame. No, nothing of that. I like to have it first, the internals. For me, I don't use it that much because my brain is already very used to finding that kind of structure. And remember that the indicators are here to help you, not to get in the way. And that's something that you need to start building the chip on or the thought on, right? Or programming your brain to work like that, because Let me just get it to a side because that's exactly why I have my layers. If I turn everything on at once, I don't know about you, but I just can't not read through them, right? And guys, bear in mind that I am one of the master structures here, along with Alex O, right? And I cannot read this, so that's why I have a different set of indicators built up on each layer. Despite they are the same, they're using different inside settings to layer out my indicators and do not get in the way. That's what I'm trying to tell you, all right? So now, let's go here. Let's finish this up. So let's just try for now the internal. I'm going to click here, and then you fine-tune the internals in here. Maybe it's not quite right of what you are looking for, so this is how you change it. Also, you can do break of structure and change of character, or all, right? Just so you know. Let's turn it on, and also turn this one on. As you can see, I have a ton of signals. And very important, look at now, let me turn this off. Look at how it got purple and then green. Because despite we're telling it to show us our internal structure, it's also telling us when did that change in what the either selling trend or buying trend is also changing. I don't know if you guys can see how this is purplish and then this is greenish. I can find the Market Oracle Pro Plus. You should, if you can't, please ask for a refresh of the help section, please. Head over to the help channel. Let me point out here. It's get help and ask for a refresh there, please. By the way, the Pro Plus, it's just for Plus members, right? But don't worry, this is also everything that we have talked about. It is also for Pro members. So we haven't even talked about the Plus part of this, right? So we're going for the basics. And let me show you right now what I was talking about here. Right here we have, I know it's barely visible for you guys, this is DT. Double top, right? And then I also have break of structure, change of character, and that is my internal structure analysis, right? I can also go ahead and clear here, and as you can see, change from internal to swing, click OK, and then just wait for it to load while that little eye is moving. And when it stops, it should give me the result. Let's just wait for it for a little while. All right, so I got just a little bit longer here. There we go, much better. As you can see now, I'm having a macro structure analysis, right? Where I do see break of structures, higher breaks of structures, right? Or change of characters in a macro scale. Why is this important? I would use this to find tops or to find double tops or to find reversals, right? So that's the way I use it. But just in case you were not familiar with what Alex of Crypto was talking about, market structure, you got it easy here. You're just clicking here at your either internal swing. Remember, if it gets too cloudy or too crowded there, just lower or higher your sensitivity, or consider just doing one at the time. All right. Once I have said that, let's just pick where I left, which is right there. Let me also clean this up. And right now we have a triangular pattern breakout, right? We have the little hump that we always talked about. We have the same movements here. We have a breakout. It's not about the breakout. It's about the retest, and off we go. So at this point, what would be my entry signal here? It's going to be the flip of the ribbon. For the new members, flip of the ribbon is not the change of color. It is the actual ribbon physically making a V shape or changing direction. All right, just so I want to make that clear. So for me, there is not yet an entry. All right, so there is not there yet an entry, and I will consider entering here after I see a flip of the ribbon confirmation, right? Maybe breaking through my next order blocking here. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. That's my entry, right? And off we go to the upside. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Something important also to note, it is that as long as I'm below the zero line, it means I could keep moving downwards. So be careful, right? Let's go really quick to Bitcoin just to do a quick analysis for the long term, and then I'll drop it off. I might even drop everything that I got to fix my audio and also show you how my bot is doing. By the way, I have it right here. I'm good to log in, but of course I will not punch my credentials on public. All right, just saying there. So this is the last thing I had here. This is my selling area, or the area that I will be waiting for it to break and then retest, and then off we go. And what would be my off we go area would have been after a break into the green line, right? No, sorry, through the zero line in here, and also have a breakout retest, and then a flip up from the zero line, something like that, right? So far we have broken once again, but if I have a flip of the ribbon, I will be effectively making a higher low. So guys, is this a possible entry? Once again, as long as I don't lose dynamic reactor, and dynamic reactor is coming in strong. And also, and this is why I went the way that I did it, remember render? We still have the little hump, and right here we have the big picture triangle. That same thing happened in render. So yes, we could maybe have a fake out here, but as long as we do not reject out of here, right? Just like this is another perspective of the same thing that Alex was saying. As long as we do not make a lower high and also a lower low, we're still good to go for a continuation to the upside. So that this would be a fake out, right? In case we break down here, we make a lower low here, and we bounce from the top, and then we also bounce from this area here, this line here, effectively making a lower high. As you can see, this is triangular analysis. It is not market, well, it is not the same market structure that Alex was talking about, but if you pair them both analysis, they're telling you the same thing. They're telling you the same thing, just different perspective, same analysis, all right? So what is going to be my plan? I don't too much talk. Let's just start making some money based on this, right? Are we looking for, first of all, let me just clear, oh no, I cannot clear this up. Let me see if I can just, yeah, much better. All right, much cleaner. I'll be looking for a higher low in this case, and if I do it, I'm going to be looking for where my next support is. That's going to be my entry. I can start turning on support and resistance. Well, since we're moving very fast and we're in price discovery, support and resistance so far is not something that I will be relying on. Instead, we have another tool that is called predictive ranges. Why? Because it's based on mathematics to analyze the previous market structure and give you a forward anticipated area where support and resistance can be built up. So I think I have it all turned off for now. Yeah, it was in here. Let me go with you here. So I'm going to be turning off fair value gaps. We'll keep liquidity zones just because I like them, all right? And then right down here, you'll see predictive ranges. There we go. I'll have it on the 12 hours because I'm using the power of multi-time frame. So I want to analyze for higher time frame here. Let's click OK. And let's wait for it to stop thinking. And there you go. Just like magic, right? Let me just hide everything else. And you see now that I have a set of lines. The most important lines are the golden lines. One here and one there. The most important range, it is going to be between those lines. All right? Just letting you know. As soon as I'm breaking through this golden line, I know I have almost a free pass to my center line, my mirror line, which is the blue one. Usually I can go past it, and then on the way back, I want to see if I'm flipping up. If I'm flipping up, this is my re-entry point, and off we go to the next trend line, to the next predictive range. All right. So, any questions on predictive ranges or what I'm looking at Bitcoin? Remember, we just went from Plan A and Plan B. What is my Plan A? Going for an entry for a fake out, right? What is my Plan B? My plan B will be going for an entry and a fake out, and then making a lower high, exiting my long and switching for a short. All right. And then what is my plan C? Continuation on the bullish trend if we break this line there. All right. How do you do layers? Just over click your indicators. Go in here, invite only, and let's just do this 3D trend. Click it once. Be patient because right now TradingView is crapping itself with so many users, right? It's there. And then I can click it once again and it also appears. And I click it once again and it also appears. You see? But within each indicator, I have different configurations. That way, I have full control of what is displayed at the time for every layer. How do you do layers? Predictive ranges. So how important are blue and green lines? All right, let's talk about that very shortly because I have a video, guys. All right, let me show you something. I know there's a big caveat here. There is an important class that I want you guys to watch. I know, I know. I've been told many times, and I'm sorry about this, that is outdated. All right, it's outdated on the names, locations, and version. But predictive ranges have not changed the way its logic works. Trend mode hasn't changed the way it works. Reversals doesn't change the logic it works. So on and so forth. All right. So just bear that in mind. Let me show you, and let me open up my Discord here. I need to also log in. Give me 1 second. And in the meantime, this thing logs in. I'm gonna point you out at the additional content. Here we go. All right. And give me 1 second. All right, I got you here. You go to, to your Discord here. You scroll down, and you're gonna be looking for tutorials. All right. Prime time tutorials. Here we go. Tutorials, and under video tutorials, you'll see additional content. You click on additional content. You go to important classes. Watch class or video 1 and video 3. All right. Take notes, and that will explain everything. Let me give you an example. For example, right here. Let me click on class 1. One of the most important things that I teach in here, it is how trend mode works, and also this is one of the things I was telling you. The trend mode, signal trend mode, before it had a trend sensitivity and a trend agility. Now it only have one. Instead of 70-80, my suggestion on the 4 hour right now it is 43. All right, just so you know, take that as a note. All right. Other than that, everything else kind of works the same. Another important caveat here is smart money concepts. It is now not a separate indicator. It's part of the Market Dynamics Pro. All right, just so you know. So let me also show you right here, for example, at minute 1:14:59, I teach you how reversals work, the 3 versions of the reversal, and how you can predict whole movements and change of structure based on reversal, right? And then at the end of this, I go over how to create a full functional basic strategy with 3 layers. I also show you how I calculate stop losses, all right? Right here, how to set my my stop loss. Let me show you. There we go. And also, where do I take 50% out, or how I handle my movement, right? And then also where I take full movements. So, other than that, watch this video. It's still providing.
Look at your hair in that video. My God, you see your hair? Oh
Yeah,
my.
I know. Oh man.
Oh
I
my
still need.
God.
I need a
No
haircut.
wonder you have the chica bonitas, Madonna. You know, you're like the Mexican version of Johnny Bravo, you know?
Thank you, my friend. You really blushing me, my friend. Really, really. Guys, I'm gonna
Oh,
be
he's
dropping
turning
you
like
out.
a salsa now.
Yes, like a red salsa. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be dropping off for a little second. Alex, let me pass it over to you, and I'm gonna be then reconnecting. I'm gonna try to fix the audio also for the guys that are watching the pre-record or the pre-recorded class. Right now, the class is gonna pause or even end. So bear with me here. We still have just a couple of minutes. I'll try my best not to cut the recordings, but I'll try also to fix my audio. Other than that, pass it over to you, Alex.
All right. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to look at, so I can listen to OC all day. Uh, too good, man. This is too good. Dynamic reactor and quantum reactor. What are the differences? So they both take different data. OC would be better to answer that, but they're different oscillator, or they're different. I would call them like momentum trend-based ribbons. So with that, you'll be able to, you can see here, it just has different inputs. So OC will be able to answer that better for you. But I got Uni, Solana, MicroStrategies, Atom, and ApeCoin to go over. So maybe it's moving averages on steroids. Exactly. They're incredible. You have to have a play and back test with them, but they are absolutely incredible. So looking at Uni has this beautiful momentum to the upside right now. So obviously we want to jump on the trend, right? We have a little bit of concern right now as it's coming up to these higher levels, a little bit of a bearish divergence possibility here. So returning back down to the median within this area is going to be ideal in my opinion. So looking at this, you can see that we did put in quite a block of volume here. So for me, you guys know me, I'm always going to talk about retesting previous highs, and that would be the ideal area. Also, that's probably most likely lining up with a fib, as we can see in here. So yeah, so with Uni, if you're looking to jump onto the bandwagon here, you're definitely going to be looking somewhere within this area if Bitcoin does decide to continue downwards. Right now, Bitcoin, I'm in a short right now. We seem to be losing a little bit of momentum. We'll see if the dynamic reactor holds right now. So if this does trickle back down to like that 94, 93 area that I have in mind, then you could see anything here retrace, right? We want to jump on retracements. Yes, bull run is fun, but it's more fun to enjoy the bull run on a higher low, on a higher low, on a higher low, right? So for me, you want to get onto the trend, right? So getting on the trend means waiting for a pullback and then executing the trade with good risk management. Okay, so Uni, I'll be looking at 1325. That would be my my big level that I'm looking for some support to be held. Let's go over and take a look at Solana. So Solana getting beaten up. Maybe it's because everybody likes XRP now, but Solana very much trades alongside support and resistance. It respects them very well. So you can take a screenshot and you can use my support and resistance that I've mapped out for you. I'm constantly mapping these out on all assets. So if you want to take that and add them to your charts, 259, 240, as you can see, 226, we've bounced once, twice, and rejected off of this level. So you can't say they don't work when, you know, the proof is in the pudding. Okay, you can see the rejection, you can see the support, right? So Solana, you got to know how it trades, right? It moves. Oops, let's undo that. It moves, it chills, then it pops, then it chills, then it pops, then it chills, then it pops, okay? And it's all about getting direction, right? If you can trade from support and resistance on Solana, you can definitely make a lot of money. So right now, what do you see? Come on, everybody can see this. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, right? Are we going to break down? Oh, that would be quite a nasty dump in my opinion. If we do break down, we're coming all the way back down to that 200 level. So that's nothing to, you know, that's concerning. If it's going to happen, doesn't mean it's going to happen because of the bullish sentiment. Higher highs, higher lows, all the way up. However, we have put in a lower low, and we are threatening to put in a double low or a double bottom where we are trading at currently. So right now, we want to see some strength in Solana coming back up. So for me, it would be simply tracking this momentum out here. Also looking for bottoming structure within this area here and looking for a higher high and a higher low and looking to fire off a long trade within this area here. Okay, I want to see confirmation, and you can target very easily back up to here or here, depending on the style of trading you're doing. But right now, I would like to see very clean structure, support being held here, and that bounce onwards and upwards. If not, we look to come back down and range back within this area here between that psychological 200 level and that 225. So that's a nice range that would support price action if we do fall into it. But for now, I'm looking for this to hold, right? Even though we have the threat of a head and shoulders pattern right now. So if we hold, we can look for this continuation out of this area, mitigating this high, hopefully getting onwards and upwards. But Solana's at a very make or break point right now. Look to Bitcoin to lead the way. If Bitcoin holds this area that we're in right now, you can look for that strength coming in on Solana for that continuation. Okay, we do have a little bit of liquidity down here and here. So could we see that double bottom sweep for continuation on Bitcoin? Definitely going to keep that on my eyes. Looking at MicroStrategies, definitely a big retracement after such a massive blow off top. Obviously, this thing is parabolic AF. Okay, so we can see that it has broken down. We had a couple of levels in order for us to hold coming at you from last week. Coming at you from last week. And what we can see here is that we did sweep the order block within here, as you can see here, and we have created a big gap down below us. So for me, it's like, okay, we can still come here as long as we hold this green bar here. This 322 area is very similar to what Bitcoin is doing here as an $85,000 area. So that would be the same area on Bitcoin as it would, in my opinion, as MicroStrategy. So we're looking for this 322 area to hold, okay? And that would be ideal. Right now, it does look like there is some strength, so just a higher low and continuation would be ideal. This is obviously going to be very dependent on Bitcoin and which way it decides to go, right? So we haven't come down to the golden pocket. However, with the stocks, they typically like the 0.5 a lot better than the golden pocket. So I'd be looking for a continuation. If we do get that, I'd be tracking the momentum to the upside and looking to take advantage of price action there, okay? That's something I'm definitely aware of. Going over to Atom, double top, rolling over, okay? You can see the big liquidity grab here, trying to come back up here, bullish engulfing, trying to form an ascending triangle, okay? That's what I can see is once you start to get this kind of higher lows, that just suggests that buyers are coming in, constantly buying this thing at a higher price. So as it coils, right, you look for the big pop to the upside on Atom. So this is looking strong. Nonetheless, it has held off better than a lot of the other altcoins today. A lot of things are down 5, 6, 7%, and you can see Atom's only down 0.5%. So this is looking strong. For me, you want to see strength. Note that Atom is choppy, okay? That's one thing. You got to understand what assets you're trading. This thing will take its damn time, right? So it might not be appealing to trade this for you, or you might just want to swing trade it and look for the best. But you can see that momentum holding strong here. I definitely have the tops marked out here, and I'd be looking for an eventual breakout. Okay, do we get there today, or is it later on in the week, right? We do have a lot of data coming out tomorrow, which is going to be very important. So maybe the markets are pretty flat today, and we look for that come Wednesday or Thursday. We'll have to wait and see, but holding on here, we have a key support at $7.57 that I'd be looking to keep my eye on for this beautiful move up. But we have gotten acceptance back into this higher range. So for me, if you want to see a quickie on how I do my support and resistance, we can go in here. I expand this out and I pull key volume shelves. So I'd be looking for this to hold. I'd be looking for this as resistance. This as a breakout trade. This as a resistance and resistance and resistance, and you can see how that lines up quite nicely with our volume there. You delete this, you go back over to where price action is right now, and you can see that we do have a bunch of key levels. And look, I just marked those out. All I had was one key level. Look at how these have all reacted, okay? Beautiful level of resistance here, beautiful level of resistance here, beautiful level of support over there, and beautiful level of resistance and resistance here, right? So looking to trade within these lines, looking to take advantage of price action here. Make sure you guys are adding those key levels to your charts so that you can take advantage of price action as well if you're looking to trade Atom. Let's go over to ApeCoin. I mean, Billy Goat Tails, they said, keep your eye out for these monkeys, man. You got to watch out for the monkeys. Not only do you got to watch out for the chickens in the chat, because there's definitely one cluck cluck in the chat. So you got to be cautious about these apes as well. The monkeys will get you too. Okay, so be very cautious. You're just flying through it quickly to get through all of this for you guys, so that you guys got your key levels. Looking at this, nothing to go home about. Are you laughing, OC? I see you laughing over there, Mr. Mexicano. I love you, bro. Um, big liquidity, right? So big liquidity hasn't swept the highs here yet, and onwards and upwards, right? So for me, looking at this, I'm going to pull volume, and I'm going to look for a retest back into somewhere in here, this general area. We have a nice volume node in here. Okay, and I'm going to look for the impulse move to the upside. What does that mean? That means where did this uptrend really start, and where should I be pulling my fibs? So looking at this, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, but the impulse move would be from this low in here. So understanding an impulse move versus a range, if I want the range, I go from the low to the high, right? But if I want the impulse move for the retracement going back up, I would go from here. Just like if I was looking for this move and I didn't have any of this price action over here, right? So if I only had price action up to here, right, I would pull from the impulse move out, which would be this low here, right, up to this high here, and you can see we got a perfect retest of the golden pocket, okay? And there you go. So that's what we're looking to do over here. As we go over here, we look for the continuation. So we go in here and look at it lining up perfectly with a retest of what? Of what? Previous highs. So I'm going to be looking here. If we do come back down on our ape coin, other than that, then I'm looking for higher highs and higher lows all the way up. So that's something to keep in mind going forward there. 136 would be my buy level if we're looking for ApeCoin to continue its rampage Donkey Kong to the upside, okay? And I think I have flown through everything, and we still got a minute left. Let's go.
Let's go. By the way, guys, I wasn't able to fix it here without pausing the recording. I think this is important to keep it up. So I know the audio is not that good, but bear with me. I'm ready with my credentials on the bot that I have on. Almost ready. Bear with me here. Come on. Sorry for this. All right, almost ready for the bot that I have trading right now on Binance. Let's take a look at how is it doing right now. Let me share my screen at the moment. Let's go. By the way, this is my my testing account. I transferred $1,000, right? And I'm using one of the Bitcoin strategies that I built here with the strategy builder. This is auto trading through 3 commas. All right. So just so you know, I'm hands off this trade, guys. I'm hands out, right? I'm still in since all the way down here. All right. And look at my profits. At this point, I'm doing 5x because that's how I configure the bot. Here, 5x, right? This is the size of the trade. As you can see, I am plus 140% in gains. That is equals 998. I could even closer here for that 2x, for 2 times games, or to doubling my money, but I'm not going to, and that is because I need to trust the bot, right? So if we're, as Alex mentioned, the proof is on the pudding, right? We will never be releasing something that doesn't work or anything like that, and it's important to not only talk about it, but also trade it. I mean, at the end of it all, Alex and I, we're traders. We live from this. We go by this, and we try to get you to not just become a good trader, but to overpass our qualities and our teachings, right? At the end of it all, guys, remember that it's not about copying Alex, it's not about copying OC, it's not about copying Piper, it's not about copying all of our friends in the crypto space. It's about seeing what everybody has to offer you as a value information. Whatever makes sense to you, you grab it. Whatever it doesn't, you let it go. And you build on top of it, right? You make it your own, because nobody is just like your other friend, right? So I'm your friend, and I guarantee you, you and I are different. So you need to build for how your brain has been structured over time, all right? Other than that, guys, we're doing great on the bot. I'm gonna also keep posting every Monday on how the bot is doing, and also we're going to be going over where we took the entries, where we took the exits right here on the broker. All right, And also remember, Thursdays and Fridays are gonna be almost dedicated entirely to back testing strategies, explaining the back tester, and also preparing for the weekends. So just in case you are wondering where can you find more information, this is it, guys. Monday basics, Tuesday Q&A, Wednesday macro markets, Thursday advanced class, and Friday follow up on the advance and preparing for the weekend. Other than that, guys, thank you so much, Alex. I know you have to go. Sorry for taking a little bit too longer on your time. Guys, as always, thank you so much for joining. And see you guys
See you tomorrow.
tomorrow.